Simon from boltonguitar.co.uk, and this is part 1 of my tutorial on how to play Capricho Arabe by Tarrega. Now, the first thing we need to do is down tune our 6th string to D. Now, you can either use a tune or I just tune it to the octave of the 4th string. So, that's about right. Now, once that's in tune, I then double check some of the other strings. So, I'll check the octave Ds, that's the 4th string open, and the D on the 2nd string. The D and the 4th string, that's the D on your 7th fret of the 3rd string and the 4th string open. And I'll also check the octave D on the 1st string 10th fret along with the 3rd string D. I'll check the 5th of the chord, that's A. So just see if the 5th string and the 2nd string, the 2nd fret of the 3rd string are in tune. That's about right. I'll also play a chord, that's open D, A on the 3rd string 2nd fret, D 3rd fret 2nd string, and the A on the 1st string 5th fret. So that's giving me D, A, D, A. Doesn't sound too bad, that. And also the D chord, which is barred at the 7th fret on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd strings, with a little finger on the 10th fret of the 1st string, which now gives me, if I play the 4th string and 3rd, 2nd and 1st string, gives me a D chord. Sounds pretty good, that. Right, once I've done that, I'll then just double check that low 6th string. Your problem you have with Spanish guitar is when you down tune the 6th string, it does tend to then contract and go back up slightly in pitch. So you can find that you're playing something and halfway through the composition, you find your 6th string's gone out of tune. So that's why I go through this procedure and then leave it to the last and then double check the 6th string. Doesn't sound too bad. Right, so this composition is in 3/4 time. Starts out in the key of D minor. So there's a B flat in the key signature. And we start with harmonics on the 6th, 5th and 4th string at the 7th fret, which lasts for 3 beats. Now, for those not familiar with harmonics, what we do to get the sound of a harmonic, or like a bell-like note, is you place a finger, I use the little finger because it's a bit more sensitive. You very, very lightly place that over the strings, directly over the metal fret. So that finger is now directly over the 7th fret to give us, and I don't press the string, because if you do, it just comes out sounding a bit thuddy. So we've got to get the harmonic. Right, on bar 2, we have a sequence of semiquavers, or 16th notes, and we start at the 12th position on the 1st string, doing a slur from G at the 15th fret to the E at the 12th fret. We now drop the 1st finger down to the 9th fret, and we're doing a slur from the 1st string 10th fret to the 1st string 9th fret. That's giving us D to C sharp. Staying in that position, we then drop the little finger and the 2nd finger onto the E at the 12th fret on the 1st string and the D on the 10th fret. And again we do the slur. So that's now giving us, I'll do that again. Right, so now we're at the D on the 10th fret first string. We now drop both fingers down to the 5th position. So the first finger is now on A at the 5th fret, and the second finger is on the B flat on the 6th fret of the first string. And we're now doing a slur again, or a pull off. Keeping in that position, again, drop the little finger down onto the 8th fret first string, and the second finger onto the B flat 6th fret first string, and we do the slur. So now that's giving us I'll do that again. Notice the first finger doesn't come off. Now to complete that bar, the little finger drops on to the second string 8th fret G, followed by the first string open, and you play that twice. So that's now taken us to the first note in bar 3. So we've now got that's I start that sequence of semiquavers with the middle finger and play it alternate, so that when I get to the second string G, I'm actually playing with the index finger, so I'm not having to cross the fingers of the right hand over. So that's middle, index, middle, index, middle. Index is now on the second string. The middle finger now can play that open first string. So those fingers are not crossing one another on the strings. Now at bar 3, the first note is the open E, which we've just played in that sequence of semiquavers down. And then on the third beat, we want half a bar chord at the 3rd fret. So that's covering 3 strings. It doesn't matter if you go across to the 4th string, it doesn't really matter that. But we need to be across the 1st, 2nd and 3rd strings at that fret. We then want the 3rd finger on the 4th string 5th fret. That's a G. So we're playing the 4th, the 3rd and the 2nd string together. That's followed then by E on the 2nd string 5th fret. And then in bar 4, we're dropping now down to a half bar at the 2nd fret, and we're playing the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd and the 2nd string. So we've got A, E, A and C sharp. So that is now. So we've now got from the beginning. That then repeats. Notice when you're doing the run down, try and keep your hand square if possible to the neck. Avoid the thumb riding back. So it's as I'm playing that, the thumb is directly opposite the index and the middle fingers. Both the thumb and the fingers move down together, keeping the hand square on. You see some players and the thumb is way down here and the hand's twisted. Try and keep it square. Right, so now at bar 8 we have this little run, starting on the 5th string open with A. That's a dotted crotchet, so that's lasting for 1.5 beats. 1, 2, and the next note is C sharp at the 4th fret on the 5th string, followed by E with the first finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, and then the G at the 5th fret 4th string. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and you'll notice I'm playing that all this bit with the thumb. 2, and 3, and now that little finger now slides up in the 9th bar up to the B flat, which is at the 8th fret, 4th string. And then that's followed by the note 1 fret back at the 7th fret, A. So now from bar 8 we have we're now on that A, that finger slides up and then we change to the little finger on the 4th string, 14th fret. So that's now. Our next note to end bar 9 is D on the 4th string, 12th fret. Now this is, I changed right hand now and I used the middle finger to play it. Our next phrase is actually played in the 11th position. So after we've played that D, our next note, the first note of bar 10, is C sharp, which is at the 11th fret on the 4th string. Followed by the 12th fret D, the 14th fret E, back to the D at the 12th fret, back to the C sharp. So we have. Now to complete that beat, we're dropping down to the B flat at the 8th fret on the 4th strings. We're actually dropping into the 7th position, and again notice that first finger stays on. That's followed by A with the first finger at the 7th fret 4th string. So we're now in the 7th position. That little finger now will drop now onto the 4th string 10th fret to give us C natural, followed by B flat. So that's your B flat at the 8th fret and then A at the 7th fret. So we've now got now, the end of the second beat, we need to drop down into the 2nd position. So that first finger again drops down. We let the little finger land on the 4th string, 5th fret, to give us G, followed by F with the 2nd finger. So far we've now got at this point, drop that 2nd finger back for this sequence of demi-semiquavers, so that I'm now in position for this passage running down. So you're playing E on the 4th string, D open on the 4th string, C sharp on the 5th string, B flat at the 1st fret on the 5th string, A open, so that's E, D, C sharp, B flat, A. We drop into the 2nd position onto the 6th string. Remember you're down tuned to play G at the 5th fret on the 6th string, followed by F at the 3rd fret, E at the 2nd fret. So that's rundown is that first finger slides up and we land with our 2nd finger on B flat at the 8th fret on the 6th string. So we've gone, and then that's followed by A at the 7th fret on the 6th string. So that sequence is from then 2 more bars. We're now approaching the main part of the composition. So we're playing the 6th string open and a D minor chord, which is a partial bar at the 2nd fret, and we want the 2nd finger on the 4th string, 3rd fret F, the 3rd finger on the 2nd string D. We then, keeping the fingers on that chord, you let the thumb play the 4th string F again, you play the 3rd and the 2nd strings together. So that is, keep the bar on but lift the other fingers off to give us E on the 4th string, 2nd fret. You're playing the 3rd and 2nd strings again, giving us A on the 3rd string, C sharp together, so that's 5th string open, A, put the little finger on the 4th string onto G at the 5th fret, and we're playing the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string, and then we're repeating bar 13, same chords, and then finally we have an A played on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So that now gives us and now into the main part of the composition at bar 14. I hope this tutorial is helpful. The music and tabs are available on my site www.boltonguitar.co.uk. They are free, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tutorial where we can now get to the main part of the composition of this great piece. Thank you. Bye for now.